Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's time to turn it up and let the music flow. Step behind the curtain, take a front row seat. Talking rock and roll, got the stories on repeat. From classic hits to brand new sound, we're digging deep where legends are found. Show, let's go. Dr. Rock's backstage pass. Yes, yeah. We're talking concerts, riffs, and tracks. From past to present, the music lasts. Turn it up, let's have a blast. Let's play. From vinyl spins to streaming waves, chart toppers, deep cuts, the songs that stay. If you've got a band, let's hear your sound. Songs that stay. If you've got a band, let's hear your sound. We'll crank it up and break it down. Let's rock, let's rock. It's time for the show, let's go. Dr. Rock's backstage pass. We're talking concerts, riffs, and tracks. From past to present, the music lasts. Turn it up, let's have a blast. Let's party. What's your favorite? What's the best show? Man, what's the top track? Let's roll it back. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Dr. Rock's backstage pass. Let's ride. Music memories come alive. New tunes, old grooves, a rockin' blast. Welcome in your VIP class. And now it's showtime.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. There behind the glass there's a real blade of grass. Be careful as you pass. Move along, move along.
Hold on. Let me see. It won't be totally out of line if I take a rip of my vape here. Right.
Hey man, it's backstage pass. It's the basement. It's all about what it is, man. So, all right, let's try this for the third time now.
Yeah.
Last time we didn't have good lighting. Well, time after that, the damn microphone stopped working. So I know it worked now. We got good studio lighting. Got the cameras all on. So welcome to.
How's my hair? It's not a mess, is it? All right.
It's as bad as mine. It's
good.
I got to shave here soon. It's getting a little long. So the last time you and I got together, we had talked about different concerts and stuff like that, and we got some pretty good conversations going about. So we'll try to recapture what we did last time. So the biggest one we talked about is I know how much you love Aerosmith.
Oh yeah.
And you and I we saw them at the same time, just didn't know each other at the time.
No.
We were both at the same concert. So
where were you sitting, by the way? I never did that.
So we were sitting. Okay, so stage here. We were in the second level. About
Okay. First of all, hold on. Pause button. Do you remember that stage?
Oh, the stage came all the way.
It came all the way out this way, came all the way out this way, out that way. Joe Perry was over here on this side most of the time, or up here with Steven. Brad and Tom are over here bouncing around. And Okay. Just so the picture's painted there.
Yeah,
so
no.
Where were you?
So we were sitting where if the stage was here, we were in the second level, about 8 rows up. So we were just close enough where we didn't feel like we were in the upper deck, but we were far enough away where we were in the section of everybody who was old enough they just wanted to sit down, which is really, really, really nice when you have a whole group of people that they all just go, fuck, I'm old. I'm not standing for the whole concert. And or you got to buy the first row of anything. You know, first row of a balcony, you're golden. You don't have to stand the whole freaking concert. But anyway, Kiss Aerosmith. It was an absolutely great show. First time seeing both of them for me. I don't know, was that your first time seeing either one of them?
Yes. And actually, I don't know how, but it was my brother who scored the tickets. And there were some pretty good tickets, actually. So there was the floor seats, right?
Yeah.
And there was the first level.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, geez. Within the first 10, I'm a little fuzzy, but like within the first 10 rows, somewhere in there, I was about, for reference, it was probably about 20 yards away from like where Joe Perry was most of the time. You know what I mean? How he kind of hung out on that island? Yeah, like, so for me, being Joe Perry's, we're not worthy. You know, so that was that icing on the cake for me, you know what I mean? Oh, and then, hold on. Do you remember during, I forget what solo it was, and you probably won't remember the solo either, but do you remember when Joe Perry, he was just going away, and then all of a sudden he just stopped and started playing King of the Hill?
I remember that.
Because the Joe Perry Project, I believe, is who did the theme for that.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
But that was epic.
Yeah. King of the Hill, speaking of, that is some shit right there, man. August, the King of the Hill with an adult Bobby.
This is wild.
I'm like, thank you. Other than, unfortunately, John Redcorn's character was shot and killed in a domestic with
Is that
a
what
neighbor.
happened?
Yeah.
I heard he died. I just didn't know why.
It was a domestic. He had a long-standing domestic with this neighbor or a renter of his or something, and it came to blow, and the guy flat out shot. Yeah. I don't remember exactly what the guy's name was, but I know he played John Redcorn on King of the Hill, and one of the best characters on King of the Hill, just because.
So
anyway, but yeah, and you know, King of the Hill, that's going to be a crazy reboot. I can't wait to see that, because the guy who played, Tom Petty played Luann's boyfriend. He's dead.
Really?
Yeah, he played.
Wait, what?
That was Tom Petty. Yeah, Lefty or Lucky.
I had no idea.
That was Tom Petty. Well, Brittany Murphy was the voice of Luann, and she's gone.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, the guy who played Dale Gribble, I believe, is actually gone too now.
Well, what the hell?
But
so wait, how is this going to work?
I don't know.
Who is good?
Well, Mike Judge will be Hank, and Kathy Najimy is Peggy, and then of course, what's her name? Allison somebody or other is Bobby. So, I mean, maybe they're just going to focus on the Hill family, and everybody else has moved away.
Dude, no, dude, how you can't.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited though, because I love me some King of the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How you can't do that without the alley.
Can't
or
do
the
it without
conspiracies. Or the
it is. He is gone. That's right, Johnny Hardwick. That's the guy who played Dale Gribble. He's gone.
That's who it was.
Yeah, he's dead too. That sucks, because he was my favorite. He was
bullshit.
Dale Gribble was the best character on that show. Government doesn't kill, or no, guns don't kill people. Government does. Yeah, Pockets in.
Yeah, pockets ahead. No, he's
So anyway, so yeah, Kiss Aerosmith we've been to together. I believe you saw Shinedown at the same place I saw Shinedown, or you saw him on the same tour
one of the times.
when Five Finger Death Punch and Bad Wolves was with them.
Yep, in Grand Forks.
Grand Forks, that we were at that same one.
Yeah.
That was a badass show. Shinedown kicked fucking ass that night. I mean, I was there, honestly, I was there to see Five Finger Death Punch because I had already seen Shinedown and I hadn't seen them. And they blew Five Finger off. Well, I know he was saying he was sick, and it's
right.
Like,
You can hear it, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, but still.
We were lucky enough, Mary and I, we saw Shinedown and Papa Roach when we were living in Florida. We went to Tampa, and it was an outdoor venue. Fuck, that was a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most recent album, Planet Zero album tour.
Oh, okay.
God, yeah. Yeah, when they came out, the symptoms and everybody's cell phones were, the whole place lit up, and yeah, it was pretty it was one of those moments that when you're at a show you don't forget. That's the memory that you take away from it. Just like Papa Roach with Leave a Light On, which is another great song about,
and that's, you brought up cell phone.
Yeah.
I've gotten away recently from, unless it's like I know something is coming in a concert, like I want to catch a solo or something, to like do like a quick little post, or something like that on the socials. And but other than that, I've really moved away from recording because I've realized like I don't sit and like rewatch this all the time. It's like, okay, it's like sit back and enjoy the show. It's like, you remember it wasn't too that long ago to where we just actually we're working off of memory. See what I say? That's kind of like what we're talking about. Are the shows before everybody had a cell phone, to where no footage, but
there wasn't a whole lot of footage back in the day. It was usually somebody snuck in a little handheld camcorder, that
some of it's resurfacing nowadays.
8 millimeter shit that looks like garbage, but you're like, hey, I got to watch Led Zeppelin's last ever concert was on YouTube last night. I watched like 10 minutes of it. That was the show right before John Bonham died.
Okay.
So somebody had an 8 millimeter camera in there, and there's like 8 minutes of footage of Jimmy Page playing guitar and stuff like that. I'm just like, that's pretty freaking cool, because that was, never going to see those four guys play again. But
well, that, and at this point, every band is recording.
Yeah.
I mean,
put your phone away. Just, you know what? Put your phone away. You have 3D vision. You have 4D vision.
Take it in. Sometimes you got 4D vision. Wink, wink.
Depends on how really good the drugs are. You may have 4D vision. But
holy shit.
Literally, when the concert's going on, I mean, I'm looking around at the rafters, and I'm like, oh, look at all the guys up there working in.
Right.
And then, I watched, if I'm in that balcony area, I watch the crowd, man. I watch the surge of the crowd to see how
you could see the energies of the crowd change with the songs. Like it's it's a whole different experience. If you know, you know. Like tell me you didn't, first time you seen Shinedown, like you walked out almost baffled.
I didn't. I honestly didn't.
Like, what did I
didn't even know.
See?
I didn't know Shinedown the first time I saw them, because they were at a big outdoor festival, and they were one of the lower acts.
Okay. Also means that the sound guys don't pay as much attention to
exactly.
that.
So, I mean, this was the 45 era. So,
No, back when they were really fucking good, back when they were all, I'm going to quote here, when they were all fat drug addicts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's pretty much what he said.
Yep.
So I was like, wow, those guys are fucking amazing compared to what I heard on the radio. They're a lot better live than they are recorded because of the energy and the passion that they put into their music. And that's what I take away from a concert is if you've got a great frontman that knows how to command an audience, and he gets me wrapped up as an entertainer myself, and I'm right there with that guy when he's belting out that solo, and I'm just like, just singing you're singing to me directly. You're everything that you're saying right now is everything I'm feeling because I know the song. You're making it more personal for me. And then when I leave that show, I'm going to be like, that was the greatest concert ever. And then the next concert, you get that moment, you're like, that's the greatest concert ever. Because you know what? Every experience that you take in at a concert, you find something new of the music or of the show that makes you appreciate the fact, one, that you're alive and you're able to do this, and two, that music is a universal language that moves everybody.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like what you're saying is when I said that, like, you can see and feel the energies shift in the room because, yeah, everybody thinks he's singing to them at that point.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
man.
And that's the quality of a good entertainer. That's what it is. He's an expert of his craft. You know, it's.
Shiffa. Sorry about that, folks.
It's not a ghost, I swear.
It's not a ghost, I swear. It's Miss Mary is shifting across the floor. It is crazy how, if you think about how these stories are told, they tell you some bands, some songs can tell you an entire story in about 60 words in 3 minutes. They can literally bring you into a situation, tell you all about the situation and what's happened afterwards in 60 words. To be able to write that, perform it, where everybody thinks that was written for them, is one of those talents that I wish I had. That's why I chose to be an entertainer, is because I want to be able to give that, because I can't sing for shit. I would always wanted to be a front man, but I cannot sing. I cannot sing. So back to the concert.
Spit mad bars though. No.
I can rap like a mofo. I could throw down with the bestest of them from the 80s.
Yo.
Slow rap, not the mumble mouth, the slow rap. When we told stories. Like, I like big butts. See, that was a story.
He cannot lie.
He cannot lie. So back to the concerts thing. I mean, the best thing that I always, because I've been going to concerts I went with my dad to my first concert, I think when I was like 11 years old. And from that moment on, I was just always at every concert for some odd reason because my dad brought me. So I got to see all these bands. I had no idea who any of them were. Now that I'm older, I go, holy shit. I remember my dad took me to see, REO Speedwagon.
Three Dog Night.
Or Three Dog Night or Styx.
When I was 7.
Styx and Bryan Adams and Loverboy. I mean, I saw all these bands back in the 80s. I just at the time, didn't realize how lucky I was to have been surrounded by as much music as I have been.
Quality.
Yeah, absolutely. My dad's
took you to the right shows and created a monster here.
some kind of monster. Throw a shout out to
Did your dad know my dad? It's
Metallica with their.
It's a conspiracy, dude.
It is actually
next episode.
It's actually funny. That's another time for another story. Yeah, we'll leave that one alone. My dad, I was able to bring my dad to a few shows towards the end of his life of stuff that the newer stuff that my dad actually went to see Buck Cherry and Blackstone Cherry with me because my friend's band was opening for Buck Cherry.
Who's that?
Perfect Enemy.
Okay.
They had the opening slot, and my dad loved my friend's band. So I was like, "Hey, Dad, I got 2 tickets, man. Buck Cherry." He goes, "Oh, is that Crazy Bitch song?" I'm like, he goes, "Yeah, I'll go." I'm like, what fuck yeah, I'm going to a concert.
Interesting.
So, Perfect Enemy absolutely just tore the place up because it was their local club. This is where they played. So, I mean, everybody there knew these guys.
Okay. Yep.
And then Blackstone Cherry, at the time, I wish I would have listened better because now I'm in love with Blackstone Cherry to the point where I've literally listened to everything.
They're quality.
Oh,
they are
dude.
quality. Do you know why they're quality?
It's because they're Southern rock.
But on top of that, do you know why they're quality? I'll give you a hint. They are the spawn of the the Oak Ridge Boys?
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. Like when I found that out, I was like, badass. Also, neat because 2 way different sounds.
The guy,
but also it connected when I found that out, which was the Oak Ridge Boys concert. And they were talking about it or something because I think one of the guys filling in or something because they're all up there in age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think they're all originals. Pretty sure, but it came up anyways about he said something about their kids because it's 2 of their kids, I think.
Okay.
I might be I might be poorly paraphrasing here.
No,
but I think it's 2 of the members' kids are Blackstone Cherry.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah,
but cool connection.
That actually sounds. I think I've heard that story before. I actually do remember hearing that they have deep roots is what it is. They have deep roots in the music industry, and I haven't really dug into like the band members' names or anything yet. Yeah. I'm literally still just taking in every album they have. I've literally listened to probably 5 times now. I'm trying to listen to everything they've done. But at the time, I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm just here to see my friend's band and listen to that guy sing about crazy bitches.
Listen to crazy bitches and cocaine.
Yeah. But I wish I would have paid more attention back then because that could have been a band I could have fallen in love with immediately and been there the entire ride. Because this was their first album back when they did the Folklore album with whatever their first song was. So they weren't even really famous yet.
Yeah. Okay. So they were just opening.
Yeah, they were opening for Buck Cherry.
Okay.
So, which is funny because they're still around. And when was the last time you heard anything about Buck Cherry?
Well, I mean, I think they were at the casino. Somewhat recently.
Yeah. Okay. So
they're on the casino circuit.
They're on that circuit. They're on the hour and a half.
Honestly, you know what?
You can make some dollar bills on that circuit.
And the way I say casino circuit, don't take my tone, because in a way, I really enjoy that because it really, depending on the room, whether it's indoor or outdoor, like locally here at the Northern Lights Casino, shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Indoor is
700 seats.
Right, so that's quite an intimate show. Outdoor, it's. I mean, you can cram more people out there, but it's still relatively an intimate show.
Oh yeah, no, I love the casino.
Oversized, and they're pulling in quality acts pretty consistently.
Oh, the Tesla's going to be there July 12th. Northern Lights has Midland which
Welcome
is
Northern Lights.
Midland, which is a great country act, is going to be there.
Out of my realm there, yeah, but okay.
And there's one other one I just saw that I'm like, okay, that's they got. I mean, yeah, it's hard because I worked in the casinos with the entertainment stuff for years, and talking with them, they're given such a limited budget, to try to get in these big.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You're right.
So the thing, they have to do what they have to do to get,
They do pretty good with it.
Oh man, there were times. I've seen Stained, three times now between Black Bear and here. So because of I've seen Stained 2 other times
Stained
as well.
or just Aaron Lewis?
Stained twice and Aaron Lewis once.
I don't think Stain's been at the casino.
Yeah, I had the.
You know what? I'm going home.
Yeah.
It must have been before. I must not have been living around. When
you must not have been, but yeah, no,
that doesn't sound familiar to me at all.
I had, as a matter of fact, my DJ mentor at the time, Jeff Borg. We were working together, and he and I actually did the.
Why does the name Borg sound familiar to me?
No idea.
He's not in the cannabis game.
No.
Okay, not a different Borg. Okay.
So him and I actually were hired by the backstage people to do the roadie stuff. So I actually worked the show along with getting to see it because we didn't have shit to do during the show. So that was Stained the first time, and then Aaron Lewis here, and then I saw Stained another time at Black Bear, and then I saw Aaron Lewis a second time somewhere, and then we saw Stained in Florida off of their newest album.
Recently. I was going to say, it must have been a while ago.
So,
He hasn't even been around in a while.
Yeah, he, that last album that they just came out, they did, they were doing casino shows for warm-up to get ready for...
Oh,
that's what a lot of the bands do when, they go and hit. They'll go and hit
Treasure Island and Mystic.
Yeah, they'll hit 10 or 8 or 10 casino shows to get warmed up, and then they do the arena.
Mystic recently, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop and all them were at Mystic, and it's like,
really?
Imagine what that place smelled like.
It was wonderful.
It probably smelled like dank ass Snoop Dogg weed.
The Snoop Dizzle.
As a matter of fact, I'm actually wearing Snoop Dogg pajamas right now. I got these at the old Walmart. I got the tops too, but I decided to go with the penalty box T-shirt tonight instead.
Box, nice.
So
I went with I decided to go with my Legacy cup.
Yes.
Shout out to the Legacy boys. What's up?
Yeah.
Fun time. You should come.
Maybe next time. Yeah, next time I'll come down for that. Actually, that was going on.
Come down when we put up a tent.
Okay.
That's a different show.
Yeah, so other concerts that I've been to that I thoroughly enjoyed, I think I already talked about it, was I had seen the original Twisted Sister, but it was like 2004, but they were in full gear, so it was like really seeing. Other than they were all fat,
they didn't quite fit into the players well anymore.
The spandex was stretched out a little bit, but Dee Snider. Look, Dee Snider still was fucking Dee Snider. He was every bit as 1984 Stay Hungry as he was back in he was great that night. That same bill had Shinedown on it. It also had what? It was an outdoor venue.
But you just okay.
Remember that first time I saw Shinedown?
So you're talking about it's that long ago?
Yeah.
Who else was at this fucking event, man?
Anthrax.
This is wild. Stop it.
Anthrax.
You're hurting my head.
With John Bush.
Okay, so Twisted Sister, were they the old school band of the event?
They were the headliner.
All right.
Yeah,
with
full light show.
They put on a show. No, not knocking them. I mean, just this.
Yeah, it went. Twisted Sister was headliner. Anthrax was next. Then it was Papa Roach. Back when they were
Like
still
Scars,
they were probably Scars era. No,
or even the first album.
it was
First
probably
album.
Last Resort era.
Okay.
Shinedown, and one other band, and I don't remember them because they weren't very good. But that was a hell of a lineup, and it was an outdoor thing. It was down at
Weren't very good. AC/DC?
no, no. It was more of like a
Just kidding.
one of those new metal bands that I just never really liked. Yeah, fuck, I have no idea. Anyway, Anthrax.
You mean modern punk?
Yeah, modern punk.
Dude, for real. Okay. Tell me. No. Like, I was thinking about it one day because music evolves. You know what I mean? Like, metal
100%.
evolves. I mean, okay. Call back to Aerosmith. Back in the 70s, they were hard as fuck.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
the time.
For the time.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like the big four. You know what I mean? Like, notice I add one so I can include it. Is, Zeppelin,
Yeah,
Sabbath.
yeah.
Who am I forgetting? Like
Rolling Stones.
Stones
And
Aerosmith.
Yeah.
They were metal.
They were the hard. Well, they were the hardest of the music.
Well, you know what
definitely
I mean?
Black Sabbath.
That's not in your face, but
So, and the funny thing is, all three of those other bands are actually blues bands. That's the thing, is if you look at their influences, you look at their style of music. I mean, Honkin' on Bobo, okay, that's a complete blues album. Aerosmith is a blues band that just happened to be a good blues rock band.
Yep.
Same thing with the Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones are 100% a blues band who just kind of
European blues.
evolved their music with whatever was good at the time to keep them relevant.
Same
because
as Aerosmith.
they had disco music.
Well, no, say Aerosmith didn't go that route, but
Thank God.
Stones were
Well, I think
first.
they were too high on cocaine at that time to even put out an album during that time. I think that was during their hiatus. Disco.
No, just
78. They were on hiatus because they didn't come back until 80.
Back in the saddle.
Yeah.
Well, anything proper, anyways.
So, and of course, Led Zeppelin. I mean, even Jimmy Page and Robert Plant have come out and said we're a blues band. I mean, listen to the way he sings. He's a blues artist.
Right, but
they were the heaviest of the music.
But they got master shredders.
And they had a killer pocket. I mean, every one of those bands had the exact perfect pocket to keep.
Now, with every one of those bands that you just named, Jimmy Page, the oldest
Tony
man,
Iommi from Black Sabbath.
Yep. And then oldest man alive, Keith Richards. I seen a picture of him the other day holding Adam and Eve on their babies. Yeah.
Bouncing them on their knee. That old
and
fuck.
then Joe Perry.
Yeah.
Dude, they all have something very unique but in common. If you really listen.
They all play with the same tone.
Well, I'm going to even, maybe you're getting the technical, like, what I like about them all is they are sloppy but so on point and neat. Does that make sense? It sounds like it shouldn't make sense, but it makes sense, and that's why they're magical.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
For real.
I couldn't agree more. I think all four of them have a unique style. All four of them are very technical, but at the same time, to the point of
chaotic. Is that the right word?
Obviously Tony Iommi has to play with fingertips because he cut his fingers off, so that gives him a unique playing style and sound.
Right.
Jimmy Page can literally make guitar talk.
He can do anything he wants. Yeah.
Yeah. My phone's making noise. So yeah, I think that's a great comparison. Those four bands. I mean, they
giants
of the giants of that era. Same thing with what did the 80s. I mean, Aerosmith stayed right through the 80s. Rolling Stones kind of had the early 80s, but they kind of fell off in the mid 80s.
And it was the 70s still. I feel like
that was probably the 81. That was kind of like in their disco era.
Coming out of it. They're lovey-dovey.
I
don't know what to call it. Anyway, I like their old stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Time Is on My Side and Waiting on a Friend and Get Off My Cloud and Paint It Black. I mean, yeah. It's funny because I always am like, fuck, I really don't like
what's the one in all the Knob movies?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Sympathy for the Devil.
Is that what it is?
Hello, please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and grace.
Yep, that's one. But there's another one too. It doesn't matter.
So, and I always used to say, I'm not a big fan of the Rolling Stones, but then I go, but, I kind of like this song. Well, I kind of like this song. Well, that song's pretty damn good too. So it's not necessarily that I didn't like them. I think I just didn't like them as a band, but I liked their music. Because it was like what my dad listened to.
Yeah. You got to grow into that a little bit.
Same thing with like Led Zeppelin. I don't really know much about Led Zeppelin. I mean, I know the 5 or 6 big songs that they had, but if you put on an album of theirs, I couldn't tell you what out.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think I necessarily could either. Like,
I mean, Led Zeppelin 4. I mean, I pretty much can tell you all 8 tracks on that one just because it's Zeppelin 4.
That was 4.
Yeah, I mean that's the iconic album of all time. I think I actually even have a original copy of it down here.
What's the other one? Zozo.
Oh no, Zofo is the
Zofo
4. That's
Zofo.
The 4th one.
Okay.
Yeah, with Stairway to Heaven.
It's got that on it.
Black Dog.
Although that's not
Rock
where I
and
got
Roll.
not where I got this from.
Dire Maker. Oh, that's a good song. Have you heard? Oh,
I have that, dude. I have the one where it rotates.
Oh, that's. What is that? Is that Physical Graffiti? Or which one rotates?
I want to say it's 4.
Okay.
It was a limited. I'm gonna have to find it.
Yeah.
And show you that.
Show me that.
Yeah, I could be wrong on which album it was, but I know it's like not all of them had the where you could turn it and the whole cover changed.
Oh yeah, no, I want to see that.
This is crazy. Yeah,
I definitely want to see that.
You can see it from 10 feet away. No,
you look with your hands, motherfucker. Or you look with your eyes, motherfucker. Put your hands on it. We gonna have a word.
I feel blindness.
We gonna have some talking to. Yeah, be like the Stanley Cup. You gotta have like white gloves and shit. May I please, sir, hold it? Take a picture. Thank you.
$35.
Yeah, $20. I'll even autograph a picture of it for you. See, that's what I never got into. I always tried, like with my vinyl collection, I'd be like on all those different websites. Oh, this album's worth $48. And then I started getting obsessed with price. And I'm like, wait, fuck. You know what? I don't even like half of these albums that I'm holding on to because they're worth $50. They're not worth $50 to me because I won't listen to it. So back before we moved to Florida, I think I had about 2,500 vinyl records. I had a whole bedroom that was dedicated to just vinyl records.
Nice.
And I knew we were moving to Florida, and I'm like, well, we're moving into a frickin' 2-bedroom trailer from a 5-bedroom house. Yeah, I can't bring them all with me. So I ended up putting it up online, and some guy came by within 15 minutes. He came upstairs. He went like this, just kind of flipped through them. What? Cash just says, help me carry him out. I'm like, fuck.
You
Yep.
salt in the wounds, dude. Come
So,
on. You-
but yeah, so he got a fucking smoking deal
yeah.
because there was some really great albums in there. But and then I started collecting again when we were in Florida. I'm like, and then before we moved back, I was just like, look, thin it out because I can only listen to so much.
Yeah, that's true.
So I got a nice little collection now.
That's all of it? Is that all of them right there?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. That's insane that I have more.
Yep, it's all right.
No, I wouldn't have guessed that. Not a lot more. But I've also been trying to. I actually have a couple boxes I need to go through that people have been like, "You want records?" And I did the same thing. I was like, I see a couple of these. All right, let's. Didn't even look at every one. I just seen there was a couple of decent ones. Like, okay, I'll probably keep this one and this one. All right, it's worth taking a closer look. Delivery's free, right? Okay, sweet.
The funny thing too is every one of these I've listened to at least once, and that's the great thing. Where I know those guys that collect vinyl that literally, they don't even they just put them away. And it's like, dude, I mean, I understand. Ooh, it's worth yes, but the whole reason they made that is for you to listen to it. It's not a child. Let it play.
The only one that I have
Come on,
plastic,
that was good.
The only one I have in plastic is, as much as I don't like this bastard, and not for the reasons that most would probably think, but Springsteen.
Oh.
The one where he's standing there fucking with the handkerchief hanging out of his back pocket. Yep, that one in plastic. That's not the first one, is it?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah.
No. That's
one of the better ones, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I'm not a fan at all. I don't. This is still plastic. That might be something.
Yeah, I don't. I actually don't even have a Bruce Springsteen album anymore. I had some, and the last time I sold off, a bunch of albums, I was just like, get rid of all the Bruce Springsteen albums, all the Bruce Springsteen CDs. Don't hate, man. Hate don't lead to nothing but bad.
No, I don't like them just because of the whole Aerosmith overshadowing thing.
Yeah.
Conspiracy, or maybe not conspiracy, or it just whatever. That whole thing.
He got the upper hand on that.
He just kept somehow releasing things a week before them, every time.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. But so, well, at least this time everything worked.
We think so far.
We hope so.
We'll check the playback.
Yeah, we'll check the playback. But yeah, it was nice having you over to talk, man. It's been too long. Now that I have a real job and shit, I don't get as much free time to hang out with people. So it was cool.
Oh yeah, we're running out of time.
Oh no, the top three.
Oh,
you did them last time. Now you have to. I remember two of them. But anyway,
so
my top three albums: Beastie Boys, 1989, Paul's Boutique, 1978, Van Halen, of course, 1984, Purple Rain. My favorite artist of all time, right there, Prince.
Purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
That's not Lake Minnetonka. You son of a bitch! You do this to all the women. What kind of sick bastard are you?
Dude, I drove past his house not that long ago. A mutual friend of ours, Steven, works literally right down the street from
Paisley Park.
Princess Palace, Paisley Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's like I didn't even realize it was just cruising over to fucking say hey because I was in the neighborhood, and I was just like, huh, how about that? That's neat.
Paisley Park.
Drove by on accident, and all the people that, I imagine there's a lot that go there on purpose. You know what I mean? Just I thought it was interesting. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I worked for Dish Network for a little over a year, and our headquarters was down in Chanhassen, and it was about a mile from Paisley Park. So if I had to go down to the cities, they'd always put us up in a hotel right basically by where we worked, but I'd have to literally drive by Paisley Park every day on my way to work, and every day and this was before he passed away.
Did you have to turn down that street and?
No, we were about a mile past it.
Just drove past on the house.
Yeah, the hotel was on the other side of Paisley, so we had to drive by it.
Okay.
But this was before he had passed away, and I always kept thinking, one of these days I'm going to drive by and he might just be outside or he might be in a window. So I'm fucking tailgating somebody because I'm not paying attention. I'm like, is that motherfucker outside? Oh, all right. But when
he was, you just didn't see him.
Yeah, I just didn't see him. He was too short. He was wearing camouflage. He was wearing all white, standing next to the brick and the. So
blouses.
When he passed, I actually remember. You know how people always say, "Oh, I remember where I was when JFK was shot," or "I remember where I was when the Challenger blew up." I remember exactly where I was. We were in a bed and breakfast in California, Mary and I.
This is a big one for you, I can tell.
And look, man, it was like I turned on the news and I was just like, "Holy shit, Prince dead." Mary's like, "What?" And I sat right down on the bed and I'm just like, "Wow, Prince is dead."
Alligator tears.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, that was a rough day. I appreciate the man's generosity to the music industry, even not only what he did for other artists. He gave away so many songs.
Yeah, man, how many hits were really?
Oh my God, he wrote so many songs under Christopher or whatever. There was 3 or 4 names he used that he wrote all of his stuff that he gave away.
That later that came out after he died. Oh, by the way, Prince is really who wrote this.
Yeah, obviously Nothing Compares to You, which
did he ever sing a version of that?
That was the last song he ever did.
I was going to say, I feel like I heard one.
It was the last song he performed at the show. He got on the plane, and that's when he had
went home and
episode. He had the episode on the plane.
Oh,
and then he got home and yeah, but speaking of, have you heard Chris Cornell's version of Nothing Compares to You?
Okay, see, that's why I wasn't sure, because I feel like that, there's not only, but yeah.
Oh, Chris Cornell's version is really good.
It's good. He actually says words and not just vowels.
Yeah.
He's awesome when he sings.
Yeah, I actually understood everything.
Just kidding. I love Chris Cornell, and I'm not trying to get beat up when I get home.
Chris Cornell is a voice.
Joking.
Chris Cornell is the voice of a generation, is what he is.
No,
as much as they want to say,
that's good.
Kurt Cobain is Chris Cornell.
I'll say it.
Kurt Cobain was.
I'll say it. Nirvana, not so great.
Nah,
not so great at all.
I like what they stood for, but Soundgarden was a better band.
Oh, there was
Pearl Jam was a
better bands. Just for some reason, they were the
poster child.
Which, as much as they didn't want to be sellouts, they were the sellouts.
Yeah, they were the ones.
Foo Fighters kick ass. Hell yeah.
Foo Fighters.
Woo! Deep Row! Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. Hey.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. All right. See, but I just spent 2.5 years down in Florida with those kind of guys. So I got that accent down pretty good while we were down there, man. It's like, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? My Philly boys, man, I miss my Philly guys, my Boston guys. They get
good kid.
They get passionate. They get passionate about their sports.
That's a good word for it.
Yeah,
we'll go with passion.
Passionate. You know, it's like
We love our friends on the East Coast. Passionate.
Boston, you
Quite.
know, especially like my buddy will literally have an iPad, his phone, and the TV going. If the Celtics, the Red Sox, and the Bruins are all playing at the same time,
Yeah.
he will literally have all three of them going. I'm just like, all right, look.
Except when the Twins are playing the Red Sox, right? Because we're their daddies. Anyway.
They, I'm like, dude, you know, you can just check the highlights out on YouTube and only have to spend like 10 minutes. And he's like, I gotta watch my game. I'm like, dude, you watching 3 games at the same
You're
time.
missing it anyway.
And he's drinking beer at the same time, so you know he's not paying attention to any of the. But I love my boy. He made life very interesting down in Florida. I'll tell you what. He was an adventurous guy. He liked to do some crazy shit. So yeah, it was fun times down
So
there.
call him for a new pair of Gator shoes or belt, right? Is that what
Yeah.
you're telling me? All right.
He'd fucking alligator up. I'll tell you what. I was like,
He ain't no punk bitch.
I was talking to him. He's from that same area that the Wahlbergs are from.
Yeah.
Down in downtown Boston, not in the suburbs. Yeah, he was in the shit. So
Not the nice suburbs, anyways.
So he's my boy. Shout out. All right, so my top 3.
I've spent some time out there.
My top 3. Your first one was an Aerosmith album.
Aerosmith, get a grip.
Get a grip. That's right.
Because living on the edge, living on the edge, and that double neck, that eerie, spine tingling, a haunting, beautiful, hot buttery goodness.
Yeah, oh, I love Living on the Edge.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Get a Grip's a great album.
But that I don't even want to do it disservice by by trying to, but go listen to it right now. Pause. Go listen to it. Come back.
Yeah.
Never mind a lot of. I mean, how many other fucking hits are on that one?
Oh, they had like 5 or 6.
The intro.
Yeah, they had 5 or 6.
The intro was great, dude.
Yeah.
Every song on it, it's one of those, and that's why it qualifies, because you don't need to hit. You don't hit skip.
No, you don't.
You don't hit skip. It's as simple as that.
All right, so
then number 2, I would have to go with the Shinedown, Crow and the Butterfly. That album.
It's a great album.
That is the name of the album, right?
Actually, it's.
Are you sure?
It's
Sound of Madness.
Sound of Madness. Yeah,
yeah. Silly.
Sound of Madness.
Silly me.
Sound of Madness.
Hold on, we need to edit that out. All right. No, so Sound of Madness. Yeah.
You mean this motherfucker right here?
Give it here, because
Yeah, no, that's a great album. I had to have that one on vinyl.
yeah,
Yeah, no, it has some great songs on it.
No, yeah, and I'm gonna go through Devour because hold on, because this connects here. Devour, Sound of Madness, Second Chance. I mean, if you don't cry there, what are you, a robot? I mean, at least at some point, Cry for Help is amazing.
Oh,
Crow and the Butterfly, like you said, you want to go on a journey?
yeah, that's
Do
a
you
great
want
song.
to go on a journey? If you only knew,
You only knew. Yeah.
Sin with a Grin. Now, Sin with a Grin.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sweet Tooth Suicide. Oh yeah, no. Great album.
Are the lyrics in here? I'll pull them out, just so I don't fuck them up. But they refer to Aerosmith. Dude, they give Aerosmith a shout out.
Oh, there they are. I'll be damned, huh? See, I've never even opened it. I listened to it, but I never brought that out because I didn't need to.
Is it Sin with a Grin? Hold on.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because like I got. But anyways, I was gonna say which one. I'm probably mixing up which one, but they say "Smoking Seed with Mama Kin."
Oh yeah,
Literally, like, so it's like, dude, like, so first of all, they are acknowledging the greatness of Aerosmith.
oh absolutely,
So, I mean,
Mama Kin, man.
not to be biased in there at all. And dude, why is this poster not hung up? I don't want to mess that up. Let's set that aside so I can keep going through that though. Because like I haven't even got to the best song on the album yet, and it deserves recognition.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, Sin with a Grin. Then What a Shame. Another one. You want to like because that's actually the song that popped in my head when you were saying, "Oh, like only the best can take you on such a journey in
every time they play
3, 4, 5 minutes."
Yeah,
and that's the one I couldn't. I was blanking the title of last time, so I'm covering it now. But yes, yeah, so it's Breaking Inside and then Call Me.
Yeah. Oh no! Look,
call me a sinner, call me a saint.
Call me a sinner,
dude.
Call me a saint. Tell me.
Yeah. And then, all right. So,
hey, man, you don't have to. Okay, so that's definitely number 2, and that's absolute great. I mean, both are great choices. I love Get a Grip. I think that's a great album by Aerosmith, and definitely, obviously, you know how much I love my Shinedown. So I almost wore my Shinedown shirt tonight, but I'm like, nah. The Game 4 of the Stanley Cup is on right now, so I get penalty box kind of day. Because the last game I had like 140 minutes of fights.
So I wish that would have been what I would have turned on. Hearing it was such a good game. I mean, it wasn't a good game, but that's why it was a good game. Sorry. So, I like to watch hockey for the fights. It's a fun part of it, and as long as nobody,
takes
same with NASCAR. Same with NASCAR.
Takes out their skate and chases somebody like Happy Gilmore. I'm all right with some rough stuff. So what's number 3?
So this one I'm totally because for some reason last time I had it. Anyways, so I'm really gonna go left turn here, or left lane. We'll call it reference, but totally off brand. I'm gonna go Young Jeezy, Thug Motivation 101, dude.
Okay.
Do you know this album?
I don't know anything about rap.
Oh,
I haven't literally.
So,
I
appreciate. So the great thing, dude. The thing about this is that album. Okay, so it came out like in what was it? It was either 04 or 05. When I was a senior graduating, you know what I mean? So I was in that age where I was bumping in the car, you know, all that. So maybe that's why it's stuck with whatever. But also, like, he's still in it. But Thug Motivation 101, man, that album had every dude flipping a burger, everybody at every bullshit job just out there thinking, like, grinding, dude. We out here grinding, making that money, making that paper, fucking get out there and work, which in a way is quite motivational if you want to get to it. Because dude has taken basically that album was his, because that was his debut album, his solo, where that was everything up until then rolled into one, you know what I mean? And
sure,
got big, made that change. No longer, he's telling, he actually was back with that old rap hip hop that told stories.
Yeah,
it's like that, but it's also trap music. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's telling hood stories. You know what I mean? But also in a way to where it was relatable enough, marketable enough. Like, he's smart enough. Dude knows how to make his paper. But guarantee you know songs.
Oh, I'm sure I know.
Guarantee you. You know what I mean?
I've DJ'd, so I know. It's not something that I could pull up in memory right now and go, oh yeah, just because it's not my cup of tea. I mean, I do like some rap, mostly old school rap, and there's a couple.
Just wait. After this, I'll make you pull one up, and you're gonna be like, this one. Like
Sure,
it'll be like that.
Yeah.
Like for sure. Like when it's big enough like that. But now, see what's cool about him, and this is also why I consider putting it up there, because the growth that he's done and what he's doing now, like he's out there, like he's writing motivational books, trying to get people out of the trudges, out of the poverty, out of the bad situations of like, you set your mind to doing something, go out and do it.
Yeah.
Don't give up, do it. And you're going to succeed, trap or die. You know what I mean? Or die trying, you know what I mean?
Because, get rich or die trying. That was 50 Cent. I mean, he
blended it, yeah.
And
Curtis.
What's up?
Curtis Jackson.
Up, Curtis. I know another Curtis Jackson that likes to walk like that too.
I love Curtis.
So now my whole take on that is I appreciate any person, because I mean,
I did that whole album for you once, dude. I actually want to get it on vinyl.
I'm used to being self-employed and working for myself, and the only time I made money is if I worked. I didn't have a job that I had to go to where at the end of 2 weeks I got this much money. I'm not used to that kind of work. I've always been an independent guy. And, that year that I took not doing it, yeah, that was a rough year for me. That was some black times. And I had a conversation with my better half, and I said I got to get back into it. I said I have to, even if it's just part time. And so now I'm doing a couple things here, a couple things there, not a whole lot. It's helped me definitely slow down. But now I'm concentrating on two things. Now my brain's all fucking tired because now I'm trying to work and do those, but it's what I got to do if I want to.
And we're doing shows.
Yes, and we're doing podcasts at that. Even Jesus.
Yeah.
So
for some reason.
By the way, for those of you, Bina Fest this weekend, I will have this out before this weekend. So Bina Fest this weekend, Bina, Minnesota.
Check this out.
David Nail, Firehouse, Nate's Fish, and Corey Medina are all going to be playing there. So great time. I actually
2 o'clock. Nate's Fish hits the stage, and then after that it'll be Corey Medina and the Brothers.
Shout out to my boys and Nate's Fish, and thanks for letting me sing that one song with you.
Yeah, they're pretty neat guys. Yeah. We know a couple of them somehow.
Few.
We won't get into
how we know them.
But then Corey Medina goes on after them, and they have you seen them?
I love Corey Medina.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you haven't seen them, I was going to strike you.
Yeah, no, Corey Medina's amazing.
Dude, no, they're great. Dude, great show. You want to, dude, his voice, dude, the one dude on guitar. I'm not gonna pretend I know their names. I don't fuck it up anyways. But the one, you know what I'm talking about. It's just like, it's mesmerizing.
Oh, 100%.
Like you can get lost in a song that you've never heard before.
Absolutely.
Because they did that to me first time I seen them. So, dude, excellent show. Looking forward to it.
Firehouse.
And then Firehouse is after that. Dude, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of hairspray in the air.
Actually, we're all kind of bald, so not really.
So half as much as usual, because it won't be the guys using it. It's just the ladies.
Yeah, us 80s guys, we're all great bald now and
thinning a little.
So
like my daughter likes to say, thinning.
Yeah,
she's trying to be nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great time on Saturday if you have a chance. I unfortunately work till 6 o'clock, so I won't even be able to see Firehouse because by the time I even got home I have some Yeah. Anyway, no, I won't be able to make it this year.
I don't know that cough that you've been able
Yeah.
to keep down this entire show. I don't know how you've done it. If
Yeah.
those lozenges are working great, but hopefully you get over what I think is coming on
Yeah.
before, so you don't have to miss work.
Yeah, I know. I missed
You health.
I missed a day of
for your
work.
health.
I already missed a day of work this week. Mama ain't gonna let me miss 2 days of work. No, sir. We got bills. I got that new truck I got to pay for. That's not going to be no.
Well, dude, yeah, I mean, was it necessary to get the spinners?
Well, I had to get the 20s on it. You know, man. I was gonna listen to that trap music shit while I was driving it.
Got spree wells.
Anyway, everybody, I appreciate all of you if you made it to the end of this. You guys are amazing.
You get points for that.
You get extra points for it. So anyway, everybody, peace, love, and happiness. I appreciate all of you watching. And of course, thank you to Patrick Dennis for coming over tonight and hanging out with me for a few hours. And thank you for the pre-show snacks that we had.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, everybody, I'm out, and he's out. Peace, love, and happiness.
Bam. That's a wrap. Cut it. Are we still on? Can we still on? Hold on, I'm holding it in. All right.